time. Why does it have to be that way? Every single day I feel this way.
My heart froze, my shit ice cold, Trey Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads, pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys, put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze, bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young.
She ice cold, Trey Young.
My heart froze, my shit ice cold, Trey Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads, pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys, put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze, bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young.
She ice cold, Trey Young.
There it goes. There you go. There you go. There you go. Right now, it sounds like the Hawks are truly considering the idea of being a real seller. Taking a step back and maybe even getting a couple extra lottery balls this year. Pause. There you have it. There you have it. What say you? What say you, chat? What say you? Looks like another year wasted. Another year where the owner don't have to pay no. I bet the owner like, I ain't got to pay no luxury tax. I ain't got to do shit this year. There you go. There you go. Now, oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my days. We are now, check me out, gang. Check me out. Let me put the link in here just in case anybody need to get something off their chest. There's the link, just in case any fans want to come and get anything off their chest or just want to talk a little bit of Hawks. We're going to do our hour show tonight. We're going to do our hour because I got to go to the gym. So you might see me eating on this Chick-fil-A sandwich real quick. That's my little go-to before I go hit these weights. Now, let me get this off my chest real fast. Let me get this off my chest real quick. Just awful. Just awful. You about to see two sides of Damon. This my disappointed side. Awful. Let me tell you what's funny. Let me tell y'all what's funny. It's the same guys on the team. What's good, my guy?
What's going on, Damon?
It's the same guys on the team from last year. Your same core players from last season. Okay?
Ran it back at the wrong time.
The same core players. So obviously, besides some fans, that front office must have thought that we were just a coach away from being a better team than we were last year. Because now, y'all follow me and let me know. First of all, let me shout everybody out. My bad, man. You know, I like to shout out everybody who comes support the channel. Shout out my guy Xavier Mudbone in the building. Tap in if you want to shout out. Micker in the building. Raj in the building. Xavier, SS Thing, Finesse in the building. Joel in the building. Andre Report in the building. The homie Ryan. Let me know if I missed you, man. Let me know if I missed you. Tap in with me if you need a shout out. My guy Jordan in the building. So check it. Look, you see what that says? Shout out to homeboy Jeff in the building. Damn U2 Sports in the building. Right now, it sounds like they want to sell. So this is what I be saying. Shout out to homegirl, the OG homie up in here, Linda, my homegirl from New Pat. Check me out. So last year, let's go back to last year. You finished 41-41. You're losing 6. Right? You fire Nate McMillan midway through the season. You hire a coach in Quinn Snyder. Let's walk through. Tell me if I'm crazy or I'm lying or I don't make sense. You feel me? So you fire Nate McMillan, however you want to say it. Fire him. Salute the homeboy Joshua in the building, man. You hire Quinn Snyder. You go chase this dude down all the way in Costa Rica. The man couldn't even finish his vacation. You're begging to come to the team. Please come, Quinn Snyder. Come. We're going to pay you $8 million per year to come and coach this team. We finished the season 41-41. Under Quinn Snyder, when he took over, he finished under 500. His record was under 500.
Damon,
What's up, my guy?
do you think we should have waited to bring him in after the season?
That's
You
what
think it
I
would've made a difference?
said. I said this, and when I say that, fans say he was the hottest thing smoking. I don't care. I don't care. Right? But also, you had the issue with Nate McMillan, Travis Lane, all that mumbo jumbo stuff going on behind the scenes. So you get this coach. He finished under 500. I remember talking to Matt, and I'm like, why is he taking over the team now? Why we can't sign him and he just stay in Costa Rica? Let's finish the season, and then he come in and reset. You know what people told me?
Joe Pricey was doing good.
You know what they told me? They said, Damon, he's coming in now so he can survey, so he can evaluate the talent that we have. Okay, cool. That's cool. The offseason comes. What did we do in the offseason?
Absolutely nothing.
You salary dump Collins, right? What else did we do?
Nothing at all.
Chat.
Nothing.
What did we do in this offseason to address whatever needs, which was we still couldn't defend last year? What did we do in the offseason to address the needs of the team, to make the team better? We didn't do nothing. You salary dumped John Collins. Okay. All right, whatever. Right. Like CR said, we went and got Patty Mills. You went and got Wesley Matthews. Did we go get anybody who could help us on the court, actually help us on the court? That's not my age. Okay. So we did nothing. So that tells me somebody thought it was just a coaching issue, because for you not to add nothing to this team except 2 bench guys, and you don't even play Patty Mills.
Do you think we should have went off get Cat or anybody in off season?
We should have went and got whatever Quinn needed. See, that's how I look at sports and a general manager. Your coach has the system. The general manager, the coach should be giving the grocery list to the GM. The GM needs to be out there trying to fill the grocery list. But they did absolutely nothing. They did nothing. Okay? So then you start the season. I don't know what they thought was going to happen. So now, instead of being one of the worst defensive team, we are the worst. Okay? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I can dig that. What I can't dig is when people try to sell me on bullshit. These are same core players from last year. The same core players. So nobody in the front office said we probably need to reset this roster. Nobody thought that. He needed another almost half a season to see, one, that the players that we had didn't fit whatever the system Quinn trying to run, didn't fit. He needed another half a season to see we can't defend. Right? And that's what I be talking about when I be on Twitter blasting the front office. That's what I be talking about. It's the incompetence, not having any forward vision, not being able to see immediately this guy right here don't fit. We need to get somebody else. You wasted your off season trying to chase a guy that you're not even going to get. And what they tell me on Twitter, Hawks Twitter, we going to get Siakam. Then they just start moving the goalposts. Well, we got to wait till this time because they want Buskin. Now we got to wait till this time because we got to make this guy available. Listen, man, I'm going to tell y'all like this. Only thing that matters to me is winning, bro. Winning. But if they rebuild, I'm not even mad.
Do you think we should blow? Would you consider this a total blow up or rebuild? A total rebuild?
This is the thing, man. This is the thing. See, what people going to tell you and what the front office is going to say, they're going to give you every other name except a rebuild, and then they're going to tell you why it's not a rebuild, right? Shout out my homeboy. Then they're going to tell you it's not a rebuild, it's a whatever. They're going to add their little twist to it, right?
Hawks DNA.
Hawks DNA. We looking for Hawks DNA. That's what they doing, right?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, SS. So they're going to tell you they're going to give you every other name in the book, guys. Retool, rerun, rework, jump up and down, try again, next time, whatever. They tell you everything except the word rebuild, and they're going to give you an example on why it's not a rebuild. But it's a rebuild. When you selling at the deadline, obviously what you're saying is What you currently have don't work. Okay. It's definitely not a retool. You can't retool if you haven't been winning. You retool when you win. Hey, we just won the East. We just won the division. We got to retool because maybe this guy got older. Maybe this other guy left. So we got to replace the good shit we already had. That's a
Retooling is like getting like the what you call it, like the bench figured out. Like is when your core is already set. We need like more of the
right.
what do you call it? The better role players to fit the system.
But they're not gonna tell you it's not a rebuild. Obviously, listen, business wise, the front office, they're not gonna tell you that because they still got to sell tickets, right? So the front, you're not gonna hear the front office come out and say we rebuilding because nobody gonna buy season tickets to go out there and see some dudes go out there and lose. So, but I'm not even upset about it. I'm not even upset. The only thing I want to know when we as we start selling these players, who is making the decisions on picking the players moving forward? Is it Landry Fields, Nick Wrestler, Tony Wrestler, Kyle Korver? Because I want to know who's Quinn Snyder, whose vision are we following? That's what I want to know. So then I can understand when certain moves are being made.
I hope they consider Quinn first and then the GM.
It should be Quinn's system first, and then like Damon said, get pieces that fit Quinn. But is the GM like did he sign a contract extension, or is he still there for a long time or no?
Who that is? SS
the GM of the Hawks. Is it Landry Fields? Because if they're rebuilding, he needs to be fired.
Yeah,
like
that's our GM right there on the screen.
You need to get a new GM because it was him that led you down this path to begin with, and now all of a sudden, we're gonna rebuild. Goodbye.
Well, that's his homeboy is the owner's son, so he ain't going nowhere.
That makes sense. So it just needs to be. So what I'm hearing is that this team needs to be sold to someone new.
That ain't. I agree, but that ain't happening. That ain't. Yeah, he making too much money on this team. But I'm asking y'all. No, I'm not. I'm telling y'all. We need to find out whose vision. Is it Quinn vision to get certain players to do certain things? Is it Landry Fields' vision? They gotta have the Hawks DNA. Because when you know whose vision it is, then you can actually try to see what is he trying to do. Oh, that's a guy Landry would get. That's a guy this guy would get, whoever's in charge. You feel me? So now,
I got a question for you, Damon.
what's up, my guy?
Do you keep anybody right now besides Jalen Johnson and Trey?
Nope.
That's the only two you keep.
Nope. Gotta sell them. You gotta sell them.
Oh,
because this is what you got to do right here. This is what you got to do.
For a reason. Hold on, Damon. I say that for a reason.
Go ahead.
Because I would prefer to keep Kobe because I see how he's doing in G League. I want to see him develop. You trading Guy, well, he locked down. He was supposed to be our Siakam in the offseason. No, he's still hurt.
He ain't played all year.
So I really want to see him develop. And then Seth Lundy, I want to keep him too because every time he comes to the game, he light it up.
Well, you can keep those. I'm talking about our real assets.
Oh, you're talking, yeah, everybody.
The rookies we have, they're not gonna get you shit in return. That's make you want to sell them. I mean, ain't nobody gonna give you nothing for them, right?
So you're shipping everyone out, Damon.
Everyone that named Trey Young, Jalen Johnson,
Fucking.
I'm not getting rid of my rookies.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Bogey, Hunter, Clint. At this point, Double O, all of them could go.
Yeah.
Murray, you gotta listen when we rebuilding this team, man. And listen, don't be shocked if you hear Trey Young say he want to leave. Do not be shocked. Don't be shocked. because you have to wait. Trey Young gonna have to wait another at a minimum. And this is just if the front office just hit on everything. Minimum a year, he gonna have to wait to compete. Straight up. So, I mean, but I'm not gonna trade. I hear you. I hear you, Dwayne. I hear you, but at this point, you have to keep Trey Young. Even if you don't like Trey Young for whatever reason, you keep him because he's your only draw to the stadium. So if you get rid of Trey Young, no one's gonna come watch the Hawks. No one gonna spend their money, take their time to come watch the Hawks with they get. I know I'm not paying a premium dollar to go see Kobe Buffkin. I'm not paying that money. So you have to keep, from a business standpoint, you have to keep Trey Young. Now, like I said, he might just go to front office and say, listen, man, I'm trying to compete. I'm trying to win. I see Luka Doncic over there in Dallas. They making shit happen. And I'm over here not doing nothing. We losing. So we trying to get the lottery pick. And then you better hope. Here's another thing they're going to tell y'all. Pay attention. They'll tell you stuff like this. We're not rebuilding because we're getting the assets so we can take those picks and assets and trade for another player. Let me tell y'all something, man. When they tell y'all that, that's just another word, another way of saying that 4-letter word that I don't like. Hope. They hope they find somebody they can trade for. I'm going to tell you. Listen to me. We already been through this, guys. We've been through this under Travis Link. You ended up getting Trey Young. Guess what? 6 years after that, now we're doing the same thing again. And people be mad. People get upset with me when I start getting on the front office. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling you. That's what they're going to try to sell you. They're going to sell you, hey, man, we're not rebuilding because we still got Trey Young. Okay. When you selling that, listen, I keep it real simple in life, man, okay? And you'll learn. When you keep shit simple, life is way easy. When it come to pro sports, wins and losses. But they're going to try to dabble with all this other stuff in there. Is it the right thing to do? Depends on how you look at it, right? I can get behind this right here. And I know you'll be like, but Devon, you say you want to win. But I can get behind the front office saying, you know what, guys? Let's just reset everything.
Because of the clear direction?
There you go. Because now you can definitely point everything at Landry Fields, Kyle Korver, Quinn Snyder, Tony Rustler. So, I mean, it's good and bad. You feel me? I don't mind it. But I'm telling you. Oh, and don't be shocked. Like, if depending on who we sell, you're probably going to sell Murray. You need to get something for Bogey. Hunter probably still going to be here because I don't think nobody really wants to take on the rest of that contract with his injury history.
Double O gone, or is he staying?
Say again?
Double O? You think he trade as well, or
bro, listen to me. It depends. If somebody make me an offer I can't refuse, gone. Because listen, when you
the Trey Young too, or Trey Young's untouchable?
For me right now, he untouchable. Him and Jalen Johnson, they untouchable right now. Okay. They untouchable. But everybody else, they can go. And remember, I've been said this plenty of times on the show. When you become a seller at the deadline, when you were supposed to be competing, you got to make sure you clear that with your star player. You got to make sure you go to Trey Young and say, Trey, listen, man, listen. We tried. We got Murray for to help you. We got a new coach to help, but it's some stuff where we missed that. We gotta what the young kids say? We gotta spin the block on some of the moves we did. And can you give us a year and a half to be back where we supposed to be at?
Who do you think Trey wants on his team?
Trey want to win.
Trey got who he wanted on his team.
And I've always said that. I've always said that. He wants to win. He know he always going to listen. The day Trey Young retired, him and the Hawks organization always going to be compared to whatever Luka Doncic does in Dallas.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because Luka Doncic's career starts it being drafted by the Atlanta Hawks and being traded. So, and another thing, when they reset the team, rebuild, whatever they want to call it, do not listen to players when it's time to build a team.
Yeah, because Trey got what he wanted. He wanted DJ. Now look what they're at.
So I mean, they need to make sure they hit right. They redoing it again. So they just need to make sure that they're very smart in the moves and they do their due diligence when it comes to acquiring talent. We're going to be right back here, get all those draft picks because you trade away your players, then you trade all your draft picks for somebody, and they don't work out. So I can tell you this. Do I like what reset? Do I like rebuilding this team? No. Do I understand what they're doing? Yes. I understand why they would be sellers at the deadline. Okay. But I'm gonna add this though. I believe the owner has never given the front office an opportunity to go get big time players. And what's gonna be sad is Trey Young leaves, and we never do that and see what could have happened or what could have been. So, listen, Dwayne, I feel you, Dwayne. I feel you, but I'm gonna tell you this. I don't blame Trey. I don't say Trey messed up the first rebuild. I blame the front office on that.
I mean,
I blame the front office, and I always refer to Jerry Krause with the Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan wanted plenty of players on the Bulls. And Jerry Krause told him, shut up, go play basketball, bro. This ain't you don't get paid to build a team. That's my job. But, some Hawk fans I talked to, they told me, hey, that was even above the GM's head to go get DeJounte Murray. I heard it went as high as Nick Ressler, the owner's son.
I don't think the owner should be having any input on what players.
You see how they're working with Dallas and the Cowboys? How Jerry messed with everything.
So I can I can get behind this, man. I can get behind it. But my question now is, how long does it take to rebuild this team to compete? How long starting when we trade the first player, whether it's Murray, Bogey, Hunter, whoever at that deadline? How long how long does the front office have? 4 years?
It'll
5 years?
take about 3 seasons.
3 seasons?
3. They're gonna mess up somewhere. They're gonna take 3.
So 3 years. I don't even think Trey Young will be here in 3 years.
He won't.
Because in 3 years, that'd be his final year of his contract.
And if he re-signs, I ain't saying
he ain't unless we win and he ain't finna stay here, dog. If we not competing, he not gonna stay here.
So I was thinking he might be a new Dame and just try to get money until it's too late. But if he wants to leave, he wants to play for different franchise while he's still young, and I don't blame him.
Well, it ain't even that. Is that the owner gonna pay him? whatever money he want, because on business at the end of the day, on the business side, I mean, the dude single-handedly put us on the map. So he's always a top 10 in jersey sales. I mean, without Trey Young, Phillips Arena don't sell out like it's been selling out without Trey Young. Trey Young has a large following, especially amongst younger fans. He has a real
Demar.
big following. Yo,
That's how you know you a real Hawks fan. You say Phillips Renstead, State Farm.
oh, that's why I said Phillips.
Yeah.
My bad. State Farm. My
I say it all
bad.
the time too, bro. That's how I know I'm a Hawks fan. I see
My bad.
That's
So
hilarious.
I see people in the chat saying Trey Young. I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you all this. This is what I would do. If I was in charge and they told me, well, actually, I'd have been done it, but what the Hawks should do, they need to go to wherever Isaiah Thomas is at. Okay, Zeke, the Hall of Famer, and you need to put him on the staff as a consultant and let him give his input, because he was a small guard, short guard, but could defend, and led the Pistons to almost a three-peat. Really should have been a three-peat, but he blew his ankle out. Go get Isaiah Thomas, let him be a consultant, especially on the defensive end. Okay, this is what I was doing. You know, maybe he could throw a little bit to Quinn Snyder. Hey, this is how we ran it in Detroit, me being a small guard. Matter of fact, their backcourt was small. Him and Joe Dumars, both of them was what? Joe Dumars was what? Maybe 6'3", 6'4" at the most. So, listen, man. I see what they doing. I understand why. No, Frank, I didn't say be a GM, Frank. I said be a consultant and help with on the court stuff. He not being he ain't touching player. He ain't doing nothing with personnel. He's just a consultant to the coach to help us on the defensive side of the ball, give us a different look, give us his expertise. That's all. He ain't doing shit else. He nothing else. But I can understand why the Hawks would do this. And if they do it, this my only concern. This my only concern. If you're gonna sell. Don't half-ass it.
I was about to say that. I was about to say the same thing too.
Don't half-ass the rebuild. If you're gonna do it, do it. Get the assets. Get them out of here. Get the assets in. But don't try to half-ass no rebuild. Okay? Or whatever you want to call it. Retool. Try again next time. Whatever you want to call it. Sell
My fear for this rebuild is that they're gonna be bad, but just good enough to not get a good pick.
Yeah.
Listen, if they need to be bad enough. We don't even got our we don't even have our pick when Cooper Flag come out. So I mean, because he come out not this year, but next year. We couldn't. I was about to say tank for him, but then I thought about it. We won't even have our pick when he gonna be a one and done player anyway.
So do you trade all your assets for next year's draft and try to bet on Cooper Flag, or that's what you trying to do?
We can't get Cooper Flag because we don't own our pick. The Spurs got our pick when he come out.
Oh damn! Never mind.
And then the pick after that, if he stayed another year in school, the Spurs got the pick swap. So if we worse than them, they're just gonna swap the pick. So
so they're gonna have Wemby, Flag, and never mind. I ain't putting that there.
Yeah, but just do not half-ass the rebuild. Do it again. Do it. Sell all. Listen, who we need to be selling first? Anybody who over 30, get them up out of here.
Yep.
Okay. Get them out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who can't defend, get them out of here. Okay. I mean, because we are in a terrible situation right now. Okay, we was trying to win, but we can't win. We want to tank. I mean, we want to rebuild, retool, whatever. But hell, now we got to get other picks from other teams. We don't have control of our own picks after this year. After this year, we don't have control for the next 3 years. So if we are concerned about moving up in the draft, we got to trade with team that's gonna be losers, so we can get their pick. But I mean, how many teams that's losing gonna give up an unprotected first round pick for anybody on our team outside of Trey Young? So what we really need to rely on and have faith in, that's whoever in that scouting department, and I'm gonna look their ass up. Whoever in our scouting department, they gotta be on the money, because we probably, I mean, I think at best we using our own stuff or whatever we can get. At best, I'm assuming we may be able to get something in the top 10 as far as position of pick. But I mean, if we still picking like 14, 15, 16, which there is talent available there, but whoever scouting these players they gotta be on their A game, bro. They gotta be on their A game. So I mean, hopefully they ran shit like this by Trey already. This shit just don't pop out, and then he get on the phone and call the front office, be like, hey, what we doing here? Because what we don't want to happen, we do not want him to say he disgruntled to anybody outside the front office. Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do it though.
I mean, like I said, man, it depends on how bad he really wants to win and how bad he really wants to win in Atlanta. Now, I mean, LeBron gave Cleveland 10 years before he left. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, they was winning while he was there, though. I mean, when this contract ends, he'll be at 9 years or 10 years. He'll be close. But like I said, the only way I would ever trade Trey Young off this team, he had to ask to be traded. That's it. I can't just trade him on my own. Because like I said, from a business standpoint, it'll mess the Hawks up from a business standpoint. From an asset standpoint, I mean, we could definitely use the assets, but you gotta weigh it. Is the assets you going to get, or you could potentially get, even worth entertaining trading a Trey Young? Because you're gonna lose out all the money. You're gonna lose out on the we ain't gonna be on TV no more. The little bit of times that we are on TV is because of him. We ain't gonna be on TV. You're gonna lose a lot of revenue. You feel me? So, but hey, man, it is what it is, man. I support. I'm behind it. I don't want Landry Field talking about that committee bullshit. I need him to be in charge and say, I'm gonna right the ship. I'm gonna right this ship, not me and the committee or the collective or whatever the heck he was talking about. Now, is there any way we could speed this up? Sure. You gotta bet on you need Jalen Johnson. He will have to go up another level. He will have to go to at least next year. He will have to be playing at almost at a minimum a fringe all-star level. You will need Kobe Buffkin. Everything he doing in College Park, you need him to do that here. Now, obviously, I mean, could he do it up here? Depends.
It's possible.
It depends. Does Quinn Snyder play him? Or does he come up with some crazy reason not to play like he did with AJ Griffin? Because now you can't even get shit for AJ Griffin. You ain't getting enough for AJ Griffin. He ruined. So you would need JJ to be almost an all-star, Trey to keep doing his thing. Buffkin need to be at least giving you at least probably I would say between 15, 17 if he a starter. Mo G gonna have to be healthy and give us something because free agent wise, ain't nobody coming here.
Mm.
Ain't no what free agent want to come to Atlanta? Hell, we couldn't get him coming in when we was winning. So what free agent? Because that's what people gonna tell you. We gonna go trade for blah 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 blah. Man, listen. We're gonna have it's gonna be some long seasons ahead of us. It's gonna be some long seasons, but if you've been a fan as long as I have, I know finish around my age, but this probably about our 50th, or I don't know, 50th time going through bullshit like this and having to wait and wait and wait. So I mean, I don't know, man. What's y'all thoughts, man? I seen the chat. Some of y'all say trade Trey Young. I'm not gonna trade Trey Young. I can tell you that right now. I ain't trading. Okay, so
But
hey,
what did they say was going on with AJ Griffin? Did they say anything yet?
I mean, he had a sit down with the front office and stuff, but some of it they said he was going through some personal stuff. Part of it was his playing time. What he probably need to do, to be honest, if we wasn't hurting for bodies, he probably need to take the rest of the season off, man, and just go somewhere. I don't know, go to Thailand, go to Costa Rica, go on the island, do your prayers and all that stuff. Go visit the Holy Land or something and get your mind right and get your mind back on getting better in the game of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here go the link. Here go the link. So I mean, it is what it is, family. But I support it because I can understand where they're coming from. And I mean, really not, sitting there, I'm running stuff through my head, I'm running numbers and stuff through my head, man. That's probably we got to get off this money. You got to get off that Hunter contract. Definitely. You have to you got to get off Bogey because Bogey, I know fans love Bogey, but the dude is 31 years old, man. Okay. He's 31. This is Dwayne talking about taking the Magic City. He's 31, bro. And he's playing amazing. This probably the height of what his value right now is probably the highest it's gonna be. You gotta move him and get the asset. Because remember, we're not trying to win anyway. We're not trying to win. So right now, I gotta shift my mind, which I'm gonna do tonight. Once I get in that garage, I'm gonna shift my mind from winner to just gathering all the assets we can get. And I don't care if we win the game. We just got to put ourselves in good position to get a pick and all that mumbo jumbo. I got it. Take me a while to get winning out of my head. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. What say you, fans? What say y'all? Got the homeboy Philip in the building. What's up, Phil?
What up? What up? What up? What up? My bad.
What's
I was
good,
on
my
mute.
guy?
Man, chilling, man. Hearing what y'all talking about. I don't know if I missed anything like important about trading or whatever, but I'll comment on what you were just saying a minute ago as far as fans talking about trading, trade, and all that stuff, man. Like, our organization is really in a turmoil right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't winning, but we do got players that seem like they can win, but they just ain't winning. But I tell you what, though, you trade, the blow up is real because you ain't finna if you and this ain't a cake for trade rant or whatever, right? But it's just like just being realistic. Trey is one of the great players in the NBA at this point. Like he one of them, right?
I agree.
And a lot of players either love him or hate him, but he got a lot of love around the league, and he is possibly the main reason you would probably be able to attract another superstar to come to Atlanta. But at this juncture with this team, like we got some we got some potential on the bench, but they gotta have some growth. Like Lundy, he looked like he got some serious potential. Kobe looking good in College Park, but that's kind of iffy, and we seen that kind of with JJ first too, right? But he looked like he got potential, but it's more potential probably with Lundy, and then we still got to see what Mo Gay look when he come back. But my bigger point is if you think that, for anybody that think this, trading Trey is gonna be better, bruh. What not it's not the fact that you're getting rid of a small guard, right? It's the fact that Trey is polarizing. Other players really kind of respect him. You get rid of him and trying to start over or trying to attract a new person, you're gonna have to do it through the draft all over again. Because players, it's not just that players probably want to come here and play with Trey, but they're gonna look at the situation that happened with Trey and then look at the organization like, damn, what the hell y'all doing? Even though some of these things can't be, the Hawks have always been in this place where they've been trying to get big players, but they never wanted to come. And now that you got somebody here who people kind of like, that's the attraction piece to try to bring folks. But you get rid of him, you starting way over from scratch. You done burnt earth. You gotta, at that point, you gotta repair the team, and then you gotta repair the image of the organization. And that right there is like,
and
whew,
you hit
that's
a
a that's a
point right
head
there,
thing,
Phil.
boy.
You hit a key point that I don't think a lot of fans is tracking. That last comment you said. If
that?
you trade Trey, this organization gonna take so much heat because the first thing they're gonna say is, "Them dummies had Luka Doncic."
Boy, they're gonna say
They should have
that. They're gonna
kept
say, look at how
Luka.
they
But
should have
you
kept
what?
Luka.
You know how many
They-
times you gonna get reminded of that, Phil, more than a Falcon fan get reminded of 28-3.
Right.
Every
I'm
time.
not-
And then let Trey go somewhere else and do and start winning. They're gonna be like, why they didn't do that with Trey? They could have did this with Trey. It's like, bro, like
Or they get
the
somebody that actually
organization
make
gonna
it play
take.
defense.
You know what?
Shit, he played a little bit of defense he can, man. Like, that's the give and take of it. But that
You
little
got-
bit of defense that Trey played ain't what gave them motherfuckers last night 157 points.
the whole team.
Like that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just some shit.
Finisher. I see what you're saying right here. Landry doesn't want to flip some of these guys. I'm gonna tell you this. Finisher. I'm gonna tell you this. First, we gotta ask ourselves: one, who is available? Two, does that player? Because you remember, the players we get now have to fit whatever Quinn Snyder trying to do, whatever his system is, or offense or defense. Said player that they go after got to fit that.
Right.
I don't know really who all your big free agents pretty much not going to leave their current team this offseason unless LeBron opt out and just dip. But I mean,
No, LeBron's waiting for Bronny, man. He went for Bronny.
I mean, I'm not.
He trying his best.
No, he's not. LeBron.
I'm gonna tell y'all again, man. I'm gonna tell y'all again. I'm not trading Trey Young. The only way, I'm gonna say it again. The only way I trade Trey Young is if he come and ask me and tell me, "Hey guys, I would like to be moved because I want to compete for a championship." And now,
that's the only way.
I'll be like, "We're gonna try to get you where you need to be."
Exactly. And that's all you can do.
Just don't tell nobody else. Don't leak shit. Let us try to get as much as we can for you. And that's it. That's the only way I would trade him. Because at the end of the day, no, Dwayne, listen to me real quick though, Dwayne. At the end of, you can win with a small point guard.
Yeah, you can.
You can
we
win.
See Isaiah. We see IT do it almost.
You just need a very
Think about it.
specific team
All
around
small
that small
guards who make it to the finals, they always have a better player with them.
Hey, not to cut you off, DeMond. Hell, the Magic went to the damn finals, and you know who was the start? I will say this: they messed up and lost the finals when they brought back the small guard who really just was coming back from injury. So when the Magic went to the finals with Skip Malou and them, for most of that season, they were busting ass with Jameer Nelson, if I ain't mistaken. You know what I mean?
But who was their best player?
I forgot who was the best player. I forgot who the
Dwight
best player
Howard.
was on that team.
Dwight
Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Like the small guard shit ain't that
You
can
just
be a
have,
thing, but I don't think
I
it
could,
necessarily applies with the Hawks.
I
Seeing
could
how
No,
tell
far
you
they
this.
went anyway.
you can win with a small guard using a very specific team around that small guard to
I
help benefit his
True.
weaknesses.
I will say this, and you could put me on record. If Jalen Johnson turns out to what a lot of us think he's going to be,
Yes.
or could be, you can win with Trey Young. You
Yes.
just need somebody who's better than Trey, but they're taller.
Right. Hey, that boy be passing, and his handles ain't crazy like Kyrie or nothing. But he damn sure ain't John Collins out there losing the ball.
I mean, Kyrie a small guard. Who'd he play with? Somebody better than him. LeBron
Right.
James.
Right.
He probably could have won one in Boston. He probably could have won one in Boston, but you know, he didn't really wait for the young boys, Tatum and them, to really develop.
No, he sold us in Boston.
That's real.
What'd you say, SS?
He sold us in Boston.
But you know, my point is,
I got your point.
If you had Kyrie there right now, Boston is still competing for a championship because you got Tatum, you got Brown, taller players that's better than your small guard. So I think we can win with Trey. We need somebody that's better than Trey,
right?
But taller, like 6'6", 6'7",
right?
And we don't have that.
And I think, to your point, that's kind of what Jalen Johnson is turning into. It's just, in the meantime, we still trying to win, and it's just a effed up situation.
Well, I could tell you this though, Phil. If they sell everybody, if you sell everybody, now you don't have to worry about winning.
True.
You really just have to develop it and work it. I mean, you know, playing the game.
Right.
You know, if you win one, good, but you really don't want to win because you're trying to get them lottery balls. So,
but at the same time though, they really don't need to try to shoot for that. Well, I guess you're saying if they trade everybody, but the thing that has played the Hawks, and not to cut sorry, dude, I can't see you, but hold on right quick. They the thing that's been plaguing the Hawks ever since we even went to the Eastern Conference Finals with Bud now is that you don't have superstars that want to come. And then you ran into a problem when there wasn't really too many good free agents available, where you probably could have poached one. And so it's kind of like you gotta still play that market still. But if they start trying to bank on just draft picks with Trey and Jalen, that's kind of doomed for disaster too. It's like they still need a third person to try to be going after. Like they need experience more than just good young talent. But go ahead.
I have a question.
That's what you're about to see.
Oh, you're right.
After that trade deadline, you're gonna see a lot of Trey with Jalen. You're gonna see Lundy getting a lot of minutes. You're gonna see Buffkin getting a lot of minutes. So that's what you're gonna see first round picks out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They need that. They need that experience. Right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I mean, but yeah, I'm not. Now I feel bad. I feel bad for Trey Young.
Right.
Because you taking this guy. Now he got to watch Luka and them. He got to watch Halliburton and them. Why he over here playing with a dude who was in high school 3 years ago.
Right.
You know, and I put that on Twitter. That's why I be on the front office. Trey Young has never played with another All NBA player.
Nope.
So you want to think is crazy too?
What's that?
Even if the Hawks did get Luka, I'm a firm believer that the front office wouldn't have put the correct team around Luka to begin with anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, it depends. See, Luka, even though he's not a good defender at all, but he helps you in other ways too. He got height, he can boards, he can guard. He's not a good defender, but he has length to where he can at least make you alter a shot or something. He's a little heavy, so he can at least try to body you or something.
Right.
But I mean, at the end of the day, man, listen. This front office is getting a chance to reset. They get a chance to reset. And all I be asking people on Twitter is how much time does front office need before I start blasting their ass. We got the homeboy. Where you been at, man? Seen you roughing. Where you been at?
What's up, man? What's going on? It's been a minute, man. Working hard, man. Working.
Hey, I feel you, shit. I had to work some overtime today, bro. So shoot, I feel you.
Everybody.
Yo, I just had to say a few things on this. Hold on, let me close this other window. All right, boom. So I feel y'all with Trey, but at the same time, we got to be honest about the situation with him. Like, we keep saying that, you know, players that want to play with him. Nobody wants to play with him. He's not an enjoyable player unless you're a John Collins or, you know, like that power forward position. Nobody really wants to play with Trey. If you pay attention, like Trey's not a player, if you play basketball, that you would want to play with. Like, I don't see it anymore. At first, I thought with his assists, you know, that situation, he's a stat stuffer. That's what he is. Let's be real. He is a highlight. But at the same time, realistically, we keep like wanting to change the roster. Like you take Trey off this team and put like a Shea Alexander. Oh, we may be third in the East.
Okay.
Like think about the roster we have. How many rosters are we gonna flip for Trey? Like at some point we have to, you know, I got this guy in my man cave. Like that's my guy. He's the guy on our team, but we have to be honest about it. Like, we're not gonna win with him. Like, I don't care what we got. All these players, like all these people saying, "Oh, we could tweak this, we could tweak that." We're not gonna win with him. Like, if you want to go to the State Farm Arena and have fun and see him chuck threes and all of that, fine. If you truly want to win, you got to realize we are not going to win with him. Period.
What they do? What you see is State Farm roughing?
You just see him chucking threes. That's it. I mean, you see an assist here and there, and I don't want to. To be honest, I don't want to curse and all that. I'm just saying, like, you know, Trey's our guy. That's our guy. We've saw him over the years, but to see like last night, you would never see that from a true superstar or someone who's like your head down and the team is playing like shit and you're not trying to like coach up the guys or you know, like it's a weakness that he has and it's nothing that he's not going to change.
You know what that is, man? And I called that out on Trey his rookie year, man. What you see from Trey, man, Trey really what's the saying? He wear his emotion on his sleeve. Like you could tell when he's frustrated. You could tell when he's upset. Like you could just look in his face. I could be like, yeah, he upset.
You know what?
He's a diva.
When Trey does that when he doesn't have an answer. Like that's what happened in that Miami series. He didn't have an answer in which he didn't understand. Hey man, you probably need to give up the rock, and then coach didn't really help him try to understand. Hey man, let's design something so you ain't getting trapped so much. But Trey has figured out a lot of problems and gotten over that. He's gotten better every year. But when Trey can't figure it out, and then you look at something like last night, the team, you know, Indiana just making every damn thing. It's like, hey, bro, what you gonna do? And then on top of that, you already 14-9. That shit depressing, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But you know that's a part of possibly more of his growth. But to the point you were making, though, dog, like bringing somebody else in my opinion, like if you substitute Trey with another superstar, does that make the team play better?
Yeah.
And it's not, and I don't see how though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not an automatic.
For one, better shot selection.
I'm not trying to cut you short, brother. I'm not trying.
Oh, go ahead. No. I'm go ahead.
I'm just trying to say, realistically, it doesn't look good for the franchise if we just trade him outright without, you know, all of that kind of stuff. I get that. I'm just saying, like, if you basketball standpoint, right? Like, if we were just to swap Trey with another younger star or whatever, this team would be way better.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying to your point right there. Like, how does that automatically translate theoretically to the gameplay? That don't like you bring in Shea Alexander, he do the same thing he doing out there. You take if you look at it like that, you swap his numbers with Trey numbers. and add that to a score that we just finished with? Do we win? You know
No,
what I'm
no,
saying?
No.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think numbers are the issue. It's what I see with Trey Young a lot is that he again. I've been saying this since I started watching like a lot of the Hawks. He takes a lot of bad shots, especially when he gets like
That's true too.
clamped. He starts like chucking deep threes. I'm like, all right, that's not the shot for right now. And
Mhm.
some of the other younger stars, like you saying SGA, sometimes like even the Ant Man, if they're getting like boxed, they're trying to go through the defender to go to the hoop and finish strong. Trey Young can't do that. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand
I
what
see.
you're
I see
saying.
what you're saying on that. I
Can
see what you're
I
saying on
jump
that.
on this real quick?
Go ahead.
Good evening, fellas. I appreciate all y'all takes. I believe that we can win with Trey Young, but Trey Young can't be the best player on the team.
Exactly.
That
I
too.
just,
He needs somebody. He needs somebody to match him.
I
Trey,
just
Exactly.
said
Trey
that
Young,
before you came up here, Ticket.
yeah,
And they got to be taller.
yeah.
Right.
Well, it ain't nobody Trey Young size is better
Yep.
than. But you need somebody like the best player on the team in today's NBA for you to win has to be on the wing. Either has to be on the wing or it got to be your big.
Or a very tall guard.
No.
Now you can't. Steph Curry is really the only guard that's the best player on the team where they won like consistently.
When I mean tall guard, I mean like a 6'7", 6'8" point guard, shooting guard. That's what I meant. But go ahead.
Well, okay, let me put it like this: the point guard can't take the most shots and we expect for us to win.
Fair.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'll
Devon,
say I'll say it like that.
I agree.
Fair.
I agree.
come
Not
on, let me
cons-
hear that.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to say this. But yeah, that's what I think. Like if he had like if Trey Young had like an Embiid, or hell, even if Trey had like a Zach LaVine or something like that. I'm not a Zach LaVine fan because he don't really play no defense. But somebody like that, I think I was really, really hoping we could get Siakam. I'm disappointed my boy Capella, his day is numbered now. He about to be the first one out the door, boy. He about to be the first one out the door, I think. But
I was actually gonna ask the panel, how would you feel? I know it might be a bad name, but I was actually gonna ask, how would you feel about like a Zach LaVine on this team as like another
for,
option on offense?
for what
I
is
like me personally. I'm not a Zach LaVine fan, but I believe
Mhm.
he'll fit this team better than Murray does.
100%?
Okay.
I agree with that too.
Right.
He'll fit this team more than Murray does. My only fear is that LaVine and Trey will have that your turn, my turn type stuff, and we know that doesn't win. Systems normally win,
Yeah.
Right.
and
That'll be on Quinn to figure it out and make his system better.
hey man, I think Quinn in the wrong profession. He with Quinn, I think he need to be a SAT tutor or something like
Yeah,
that.
I was thinking about it. Demar was saying he was on vacation. The Hawks begged him to come coach. That means he didn't want to go coach. He left Utah and he was done with coaching, and then they brought him back. He said $8 million a year. All right, bet, but he don't want to be here.
I just really, a lot of people hyped him up as if he was something that he isn't. Now Quinn's a good coach, but
I think he was a good coach.
but the way that people hyped him up, it made it seem like Prime Phil Jackson was coming here or something like that.
Yeah.
And he had Kobe or Jordan coming with him. Whereas
we say Ticket, he was bringing some Louis.
Right. Where in fact, instead of Kobe, he was bringing Smush Parker. That's the results we getting right now. And this is bad. This is bad. I don't want all the Quinn supporters, I ain't gonna ever live this as bad as they treated my boy Nate. I never thought I'd see the day. This is my last thing. I never thought I'd see the day where Lloyd Pierce would not be the worst coach in the Trey Young era.
Damn.
I never thought I.
Hey, Ticket, let me chime in right quick.
You good? That's all I had.
Was a Ruffin fam. But see, the thing I disagree with you about with Trey is name me the best player that Trey has played with thus far. He's on mute.
You on mute, Ruff. You muted yourself.
All right, my fault. I would
You good,
say
man.
off top, it would be. I mean, we can go to the team right now. I would say we got DeJounte. I would consider him a good player. The minute he gets traded, watch what he does. Shit. I mean, John Collins is God.
You see,
I would honestly say also. I mean, Bogey is a good player.
That's a bad pool.
Exactly.
Like now you're talking about that's a real bad pool of players.
You
Like,
get
y'all
what
tripping.
you get.
Hey, I say this to his point. Before they came to the Hawks, both of them boys were balling. And I can't necessarily say it's Trey's fault, but that's what I'm saying. Like bringing somebody here, I don't know if it changes things or what. I don't know if it's the nature of the Hawks organization or if it's some hoodoo voodoo. But Bogey, before he came here, was out there smashing it as a 6-man in Sacramento, and we saw what Murray was doing in San Antonio.
I mean,
but I don't know, man. I don't know.
And nobody want to play with Trey, man. Y'all gotta.
That's not true, man. That's not true. You can't say that, man, because what you are saying is that no one wants to play with Trey. Why? He hasn't.
Because
he's
deflating. You ever play basketball? You ever play basketball with somebody who chucks? He thinks he's
name the superstar in the league right now who doesn't chuck shots.
But who? I can name plenty who are way better than Trey. Let's keep it a buck.
This is what we get disagree at, man, because we watch the games. How many times have Trey? He could easily, and Mike says this all the time, can have 20 assists. And these dudes miss wide open shots. You got Capella fumbling the ball in the paint, wide open, can't finish around the rim. It's like you cannot build a team. Trey is not number one. Trey is no, because you're trying to say this is my thing. You cannot sit here and say no one wants to play with Trey when we putting role players behind him. Like, look at Jokic. It took them years to build that team. And
they got a lot of role players on that team. What are you talking about?
They went to go get Aaron Gordon, KCP,
he was on it.
And
he
Murray.
wasn't even.
And they got role players. So and look at LeBron. Even though LeBron went to Miami, when he was in Cleveland, when they went to the finals, they put defense and shooting around LeBron. And just like Ticket said, you have to incorporate some type of system. Your best player that you brought in cannot be Murray.
Okay, but the bottom line is, see, this is where you know. Let's keep it a buck. We just had a.
But you're not keeping it a buck, though, man. You're not. That's the problem. You can't sit here and say no one wants to play with this man.
PG tonight. I'm keeping it true to myself. You can have what you feel is true to yourself. We disagree.
And I said that, but you can't come on here saying false narratives if this man hasn't been put in a situation to play with another superstar.
You gonna speak or I'm gonna speak? What are we doing?
I mean, you cut me off, so let me finish my point. You can't cut somebody off and then don't want to be safe. You cut
me the fuck off. What do you mean? I'll let you say your point.
Me off, man. Just let's listen to what I'm saying.
You ain't saying shit to keep it a buck.
Hey, bro,
you ain't saying shit at all. The bottom line is you fuck with Trey. You fuck with Trey. That's it. That's where your feelings come from.
Hold up? I'm tripping. What's the disagreement here? So what's your point, Rashad?
This is my point. If you can't sit here and say that no one wants to play with Trey, you can assume that, and you can't sit here and say we need to trade him off the basis of we haven't brought anybody in. No,
so we're both assuming.
So let me ask you this, Rashad. Let me.
Fuck are you talking about? We both.
Hey, bro, chill out.
Let me ask you this, Rashad.
Chill out.
Tell me to chill out. I'm just saying. You telling me what I'm assuming.
How much do you agree?
But you also assuming. So just because you're assuming don't make you right, dog. Like,
okay, hold up real quick, Ruff. So Rashad, do you put any stake into when was that last year? His peers voted him the 12th best guard in the East. Remember that they did the NBA. They did a survey of the NBA players, and they voted him the 12th best guard in the East. Do you
No,
put any stake into that?
no, because that report it was only like 150 players, so it wasn't like the entire league.
But that's almost half the league.
150 players.
Yeah, the league only got like players. It's only like 380 players.
Wait, I have a question. He was voted the 12th best guard in the East
By
15
other NBA players, but the NBA players were anonymous.
I mean,
among
but you gotta
15
realize a lot of people
among
call Trey-
15 Eastern
And the reason I
Conference
asked you that, Rashad, is the reason I asked you that is, do you think that plays into a part of players not wanting to come here? That and do you think that the players don't respect Trey Young? My bad. It's 520. My bad, Rashad. So okay, you're right. So that's what 100 and some. What's that about? What 20 some percent of the
right.
league?
And now I forgot who posted it on Twitter last year because that that was the big deal for like 2 weeks. And then
Right, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm
right,
talking
right,
about, right?
right. But this is
Right.
like the Atlanta Hawks. We have never had an opportunity to bring in a star.
That's
Number
true.
one, we've never had money. We always drafted in the middle of the draft, and we
Mhm.
never had a star like Trey. Like
Right.
you've been to the games courtside, you see what the fuck Trey be doing. Trey, hey, he talks shit. Like I was courtside in Houston. All he does is talk shit to players. Like you can it's a fair assessment to say a lot of players don't like him. A lot of people and players think he's overrated off that one run. You feel me? But
Right.
2021.
So let me ask you this, Rashad. Do you take any stake? So last night when I'm watching the game, and you was in a watch along, right? Yeah, you was in here.
yeah, I was there. I was there.
Remember when he shot the free throw, and I couldn't see the player's name, but when he walked by Trey, Trey was still at the line, and he bumps Trey. Right? Trey
Yeah.
looked back at him. They go down court. Trey still talking. Him and the player going back and forth. None of our players, nobody walked over there, not from the bench, not from our own team, to say, hey, bro, stop talking to my star player like that. Do you
Right.
put any stake into that as far as maybe those guys on the team are not really about team, they're all about themselves and they don't really care? I mean, I don't want to say care. They don't hold Trey to
They're not gonna go to bat for him. Is what
Yeah.
they're not gonna go to bat for him.
yeah.
I mean, you
So
gotta
like the
realize
same bump he got in the playoffs by
Solomon Hill.
old buddy on the Knicks,
Yeah.
you saw
Solomon Hill
immediately
stepped in.
Solo came out there and ran up on Buddy.
Right. I mean,
But
you gotta
no one
realize
said
too.
nothing to the dude. Do you think that they won't go to bat for him,
No,
or
I
you
think
think
these
that's
guys
just like a one-off thing?
honestly, I think they quit because you gotta realize, like, when you're a team and all you see is the reports, everyone's safe but Trey and JJ. That's kind of like a slap in the face. I mean,
Facts.
a lot of, I mean, I don't like. I never been in that position, but you can only imagine. Like, damn, I'm thinking everything's good, and all of a sudden we got to go. And then it goes back to the coach. Quinn goes to that press conference every day. Oh, we're doing good. We could have did that. Oh, I love me some Bogey. I love no, you know what I'm saying? Gassing it up, and behind closed doors, you want us to fuck up out of here. And that's what I was saying. That's what I want. That's the point I wanted to make when you first started this show.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just do what you need to do in the off season?
And that's why when I be on Twitter going about that, y'all see my tweets. 99% of my tweets about that damn front office.
Hey, they be on your ass on Twitter, man.
Well, they don't because they really have no response.
Right.
When you think about it, what they doing right now, they could have done this last year.
Like, exactly. Why sign Murray?
Exactly.
Why?
That's what I be trying to tell cats. So,
and he took.
But
a
I don't
bullshit
understand
move.
is how fans mad at Murray, but you not upset at the niggas who go get the players to put on the team. Right. They the ones. Listen, let me say a little rant. Give me 1 minute, right? The reason I go in on the front office and the reason I don't have no belief in the front office is because whether you agree that Murray fit or not, who was in charge? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Rashad, Ruffin, SS. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you own a team and you say, I like this guy, I want him on my team, but before you even approach that team, aren't you going to see, well, how does he fit on my team? How does he make us better? What is going to be his role before he get here? It's like they didn't even do that.
Right.
And that's why I always sit there and say they had to go and get this guy because Trey Young wanted him. And why did Trey Young wanted him? Because the year we got him, that previous All-Star game, they became friends.
Mm-hmm.
So when people say Murray don't fit and they want to get on Murray, I'm like, why are you not mad at the person who bought the groceries?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Before when you got kids, right? I don't know how many of y'all got kids, right? But like when you're dealing with kids, everywhere you go with kids, when food is involved, they always ask people, are they allergic to peanuts? So why do they ask that? Because they doing their due diligence ahead of time.
Yeah.
This front office didn't do their due diligence. Wait, my bad. One person did say don't do it. Guess who said it? The guy who had actual championship level basketball executive experience.
Who at least had a vision.
Exactly.
He at least had a vision. He did drafted bigger guys, Hunter, Reddish, Herter. All those guys were 6'6", 6'7". It's not gonna work out all the time, but he had a vision.
And the thing is with Murray, see, let me tell you what fans did, man. I'm gonna tell you what fans did. They didn't go get Murray for no damn defense. They didn't. They went and got him because we needed another scorer, another ball handler.
Yeah.
Everybody know we went and got him because of the Miami crap that happened. But what fans will do is see fans, okay? Fans put out the narrative. Oh, we getting this point of attack guy. Whoop-de, whoop-de, whoop, whoop, whoop. That's not the main reason they went to go get Murray. You don't give up 3 picks for a nigga to play defense.
That's facts.
That's what I be trying to tell cats. We gave a 3 picks so a nigga could defend. You could go get that out of G League. You could get that at the end of the bench.
Shit, we got that in Forest.
And that same cat want to leave now. That same cat don't want to play with Trey.
Well, no, it's not. He not upset with Trey Ruffin. He not upset. He upset with Quinn.
I think he upset
because Quinn
not upset with Trey, but like his game, the way Trey's game is like. I like Trey, man. I'm not trying to just.
I know what you're trying to say. Basically, you're saying they game don't go together.
They don't go together, man.
And that's why I be mad at the front office because they didn't do their due diligence before you go trade 3. I could see if you was taking a chance and was giving up like we did with Sadiq Bey, giving up 5 second-round picks. Okay, who cares?
Yeah.
When you give up 3 first-round picks, when you give up that, first of all, 3 picks, you got to, at a minimum, you a multi-time all-star, not a one-time all-star on a losing team. Okay. So that's why I say, why people not mad at the people who made the deal, who put us in this position?
And you know what's even worse?
What? Huh?
That Kings pick, when we could have had Harrison Barnes and the number 4 pick for JC. And and Wrestler said no.
Exactly. But everybody, see, and this what tripped me out. Everybody want to come out here on Twitter and everywhere and get mad at the front at Murray. Get mad at, but you're not mad at the people who they make the decisions. Your front office make the decisions.
Right.
They the ones who said we gonna give up this much to get DeJounte Murray. We don't care. We what they usually say, they can make it work. No, they can't. And Quinn Snyder is not helping. That's why Murray want to leave. Because Quinn Snyder doesn't know how to utilize Murray. Murray had one of his best games last night. You know why? Because he didn't shoot all them fucking threes.
He played his game.
He played to what he's good at, mid-range, off the glass. He not what Quinn looking for, a nigga shooting 43s a night. That ain't him. And so what if he got a season high, a career high 3-point percentage? That's not his game. And then Quinn Snyder rotations make no sense.
Oh my God.
With that too.
Killing us.
But what I will respect about Murray is before somebody leaked it, could have been Murray's team. I don't know. But at least when he said he didn't want to be here, he kept it behind the scenes. Now, whoever leaked that shit to the reporter before that game yesterday saying that everybody is widely available, they need to find out who did that.
And the trade value goes down on everybody just because of that. It happened with JC too.
Exactly.
It always comes out that the players want to go, and at that point, the trade value goes down. You're not going to get as much for them or any of them.
And that's what, and see, people tell me, well, Damon, we're not trying to rebuild. We want to just get the picks so we can go get a star. You can't guarantee me you can trade for a guy.
Mm-hmm.
You can't guarantee that. So what if you sell everybody and get all the picks and you don't get nobody next year? So Trey Young is starting the season off with who? Kobe Buffkin, Jalen,
Mo
whoever the center gonna be, if Clint still, whoever. That's what I be trying to tell people. That's why I say if you're gonna sell, if you're gonna rebuild, do it. Don't half-ass it. And I can understand, like, I can understand how some of y'all say you would trade Trey. I can understand that. I can understand that side. Okay, I can understand it. Me, myself, personally, if I move him, he's the very last person I'm moving. If I even think, because number one, if I'm the owner, he my cash cow. Listen, I need to fill up this arena every night.
Right.
I need to get these jerseys sold out the Hawk Shop.
Yeah, but fuck them though. Fuck them though. I feel you, but
the owner ain't saying that though, Ruff.
Nah,
the owner ain't saying that.
I'm with you. I'm just saying, like, all that shit about jersey sale, all that other shit, they on that, but as fans, like, fuck, you know, all of that is crazy. Because I mean, Trey is just, like I said, I wouldn't necessarily want him going like that, but at the same time, what we can get for Trey, I feel like this team is like severely under, like, they're playing like shit right now. I reckon we should at least be, we're not even 500. Like, the fact that you can go up and down this roster, you got Trey Young and DeJounte. I mean, how do we suck this bad? Like, honestly, like it's
bad, Ruff.
Not even like
Ruff. We this bad. I'm gonna tell you why we bad. Because the players don't fit. Why the players don't fit? Because you have, and I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. You got too many people making decisions. Right. DeJounte Murray, according to some, that wasn't a Landry Fields move. That was Nick Wrestler doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because you know Nick Wrestler and Trey was homies. They was friends. That was Nick Wrestler doing that. Drafting JJ, that's Travis Link. Drafting Kobe Buffkin, that's Landry Fields. So, like, you got a roster mixed with drafted by a bunch of different visions.
Yep.
And that's why I be upset. That's why when this come out, that's why I say, you know what? I'm gonna support this. If Landry Fields is making it, if it's a Landry Fields Quinn vision, I can support that. Because if it don't go good, we know who to blame. These two niggas right here fucked it up.
Shit, they already to blame. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm blaming it now, but you know, some people on Twitter, you know,
give them time.
They immune to any blame.
Nah, you had your chance in the summer.
And they did nothing.
I mean, look at the Celtics. Look at, bro, the Bucks gave up Drew Holiday.
No, you know what's cold, Rashad? This how I know Boston is about fucking winning. They had Marcus Smart. He used to run around there with the green hair. I'm a Celtic for life.
Got his ass up out of there.
Gone.
And while we stand pat, it's the same team.
They didn't think twice. Oh, Porzingis available? Who y'all want? Smart.
Oh, we get bigger and we get better offensively.
And he can score the ball. Marcus Smart, thank you for your service. See you.
Man,
when you come back, Marcus, we're gonna play your little thank you for your service video on the Jumbotron and keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing.
It was crazy. It was supposed to be Brogdon originally.
But I'm just
And
saying,
the Clippers said no, and we pivoted so fast and like, yeah, goodbye, Marcus. Like,
see, what I'm trying
the
to show
fans are more
people
hurt than the
is
front office.
what I'm trying to show people is this. People always say it's only 5 teams who won the NBA championship in like the last, I don't know, 40, 50 years, some shit like that. It's a reason why. Because they, and I say this all the time, they don't have those type of friendly relationships with players to where they're like, I don't want to move him because he's a good guy. Hell no.
Yeah.
That Boston GM was like, I can get him who you want. Smart. And didn't people used to say Marcus Smart was the heart and soul of the Celtics? Well, that shit gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same thing with Rob. Rob was deemed like basically like a core piece
Rob
of our thing.
Williams.
And
People
we
still
got
don't
rid
know
of
why
him
y'all
so
traded
fast.
Rob Williams.
Yeah.
But
I know why
goes
we
to show
traded
you-
him.
It just goes to show you when your organization is about championships. It's no anybody is everybody's available when it's
You keep
about
that-
championships.
No,
And if
you
it mean
keep
I
that.
gotta, if it mean
Go
I gotta, hell, some of the Celtic fans, well, when they found out what Jalen Brown Supermax was, they was like, man, let that nigga walk.
No,
Trade him.
I did not want him to walk. I said give him his money, have him stay on the team. Because my philosophy was if he's gone, we're not getting a person like Jalen Brown as our number 2 for a long time. So keep him.
But my point is this, once again, it shows you the difference between an organization who has a tradition of winning.
Right.
Championship. Look at the Lakers. Didn't they win the in-season tournament?
Yeah.
And Laker Nation still want Darvin Ham fired. LeBron last night was like, we suck.
We suck.
And they just won the little thing. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, we ain't ever won shit.
It's I believe the owner, he don't want to spend them. Like he's spending money, but like the money he's
this dude never paid the luxury tax since he been here.
I was like, he don't want to spend any money, but like the contracts he did give out, it was at a time where they were semi-competitive. So he's like, oh, this might make us like be the same, and it just got worse because go ahead.
He shouldn't have gave out those contracts.
Exactly.
You let people, bro. The only time you extend a player, and they restrict it, the only time you extend them early is if they one of your core players you ain't trading. Hunter should have went to free agency, and whatever they offer him, then you's like, do we want to match that? Yay or nay? You just don't give him. Let's lock him up for what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just did Oprah. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. They just start giving out contracts, and now they realize that I was like, oh, these are bad contracts. It was
exactly.
And DeJounte's contract is actually an awesome contract.
Murray contract is amazing for what he gives you for $30 million.
Yeah,
bro. Next year, let's see. Right now, your multi all-star and all NBA players making $40 million. That's just gonna go up because Murray. I mean, what's the guy name in Giannis and Dame about to hit for about $60 million a piece next year? Hell, I think Dame hit 60 this year, or he in the 50s.
Man.
Or getting close. Is either next year or the year after that. Giannis signed that massive extension.
Especially if
you gotta pay in the NBA, bro. In pro sports, you gotta spend money.
You got to.
I was gonna say, I was listening to one of the Brad Stevens interview, and the reporters asked, "Are we gonna make a trade?" I don't think we should make a trade to get better. But they asked something about did Wick Grossbeck, the owner, have any like restrictions? He said no. We got the green light. So basically, what I'm hearing from the owner is that whatever this team needs, he's gonna write the check.
And I'm gonna tell you something else about Murray before we trade him. To me, and it's just my opinion, my personal opinion. Thank you, my son. This is just my personal opinion. To me, Murray was like the leader of the team, in my opinion. Why do you say that, Damon? I'm gonna tell you why I say it. Because he does the small stuff. When we draft our rookies, when we drafted Kobe Buffkin, when he landed in Atlanta, I think it was Buffy. I might be wrong, but I think it was Buffy.
No.
When he lands in Atlanta, they asked him. They said, "Has anybody contacted you?" He said, "Yeah, I've already spoken to DJ."
Yeah, I seen the post. Yeah, it was DJ.
That's it?
DJ is, to me, has the attitude that I would want my players to have. I know some people, they like to try to call it like Matt, they try to call it like thuggery. What I call it is this what I call it. I call it aggressiveness, being an alpha, being a man about your business, not gonna take disrespect. That's what I call it. Because everything he does, I would do the same shit. Like I'd have been like he ran up on that ref. That's some shit that I would do. Right. But I think Murray is more of a leader of the team than Trey. And that's not a knock, because guess what? Your leader don't always have to be the best player.
Right.
Just
Draymond
because
Green,
you're the
Steph
best
Curry.
player don't mean you're a leader.
Draymond Green, Stephen Curry.
That's facts.
Right? So it's not, to me, when you lose, when we trade Murray, because he up out of here.
Oh, he gone. He gone.
Once we trade him, the little bit of hope, what you saw last night is what you're gonna see on the regular. That's what you're gonna see. No energy, no effort. Dude just going through the motions. And you know they was mad. Look how Quinn did them last night. You down 30, and you got the starters in the game with 10 minutes in the fourth quarter. For what?
Yeah, they shouldn't play the fourth at all.
You trying to prove something?
Right. Demar, you seen how long he set Murray yesterday?
Exactly. And then people wonder why Murray upset with the coach.
Murray could have had at least about 40 last night. He set him down. He took him out what 3 minutes, 6 minutes left in the first quarter?
No, he took him out at the 3:30 mark because he brought Trey back in at the first. And he came in at what minute in the second? Remember, I was saying, I was like, damn, where Murray at?
Bro, I said in the watch along, I was like, damn, like something not right, man. Like,
because him and Murray, and that's what Murray's upset. He don't really mess with Quinn because the way Quinn using him.
I think Murray said something to him, because Murray is not the type of guy that's gonna sit there and beat around the bush. Not gonna say no. I
believe he said something to him behind the scenes. You know, like a man to man. You know,
he there's no way in hell you put Trey in starting 0 for 6, and you got Murray cooking, and this man is just sitting on the bench. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And that's a bad look.
And that's his normal rotation.
That's a bad look.
The only thing that's not normal, he usually bring Murray back in like way earlier in the second quarter. But he usually the substitutions he did in the first was the exact same shit he do every game. We predictable like a motherfucker.
Right.
You about to say something rough?
Yeah, so I wanted to say, so if we do come off Murray, like what is a trade, or that y'all would say, that's all right trade? Because I keep hearing the Lakers, the Knicks, who else was it? I think it was just
Knicks.
You're looking at, it's probably, I think they're gonna probably lead toward the Knicks because you get those picks. Because we really need picks. The thing with picks, you can use them and you can package them. They got the young player Grimes who could come in and play right now. He looking for a bigger role. That's the word. That's why he got benched in New York, because Tibbs won't trying to hear that shit, so he benched him. But the dude looking for a bigger role. They say he can defend. Listen, I don't care what a player did on another, unless you're a fucking superstar. I don't care what you did on the other team, because you could come here and be shit.
Yeah.
Because guess what? When you come here, you playing with worse talent. You're playing with worse talent. And I tried to tell them that shit about the Spurs. I said that when they say Murray's supposed to be this defender, I said, okay, he was a good defender there. Do we have the same type of players on our team that he had in San Antonio? I'd be like, who was the other guard beside Murray in San Antonio?
White.
Exactly. Who the guard beside him here? Trey.
You don't play defense.
Gonna happen?
You don't play defense with Pop. You ain't stepping on the damn court.
Exactly, that too. It's Pop's system. Then they can play defense.
It had heart.
So what you think gonna happen if you take him out of there and you come up here and the guard he playing with can't defend?
Or the coach doesn't emphasize defense.
There you go.
Can play defense.
I guess they thought Murray was gonna come up here and do the shit by himself. No, that's not how it works.
What I tell you, Damon, You so good offensively. You this offensive like genius. You had to hire 4 more offensive guys. You didn't even think about the defensive side. You got a college guy that says
Yeah, he
no.
went and got a guy from college,
And let
from
me tell you
Notre
something.
freaking Dame.
You remember when the Houston Rockets had D'Antoni and they were terrible? Like they were hot in the regular season. Every time they get to the playoffs, when the game slowed down, they were getting their ass cooked.
Yep.
And the following year, they went to go get Chris Paul, and they hired this guy, defensive guy, that had James Harden playing defense. They had the whole team playing defense. They ended up like what, in the middle of the pack, like 12 outside of 10 in defense. And that's what I was saying. Like, we might not have the defenders, but at least you go find that guy. You know that the entire Hawks nation knows that this team is bad defensively.
Or he's got coach defense too.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And Quinn doesn't care about that. He says that shit, but I know he doesn't. Because the only thing he's talking about, we had good looks, we had open shots. Okay, well, your players that you pick are not hitting these open shots. Something is off. Something is off, man. Like,
but it's off it's all from the top to the bottom. That's the horrible part about it. You know what I'm saying? It's all from the leadership all the way down to the players. Like, all of it's kind of scattered all over the place. I don't trust none of them.
And we had
Trey Murray, I wouldn't say the glue, but the person who, like Damon was saying, coaching some of the young players. You see it during timeouts, all that. They all love him, they respect him, and when shit gets tough, even though he may have a horrible game, DeJounte, you still usually do see that effort still.
Right.
And you still see the effort. Like last night, Trey Young just wild shit doing it. Like, I'm just over that crazy shit all the time. It's cool when it's going in, but it doesn't go in that often enough. You know what I'm saying? At times for us to be successful. Like, he's not Steph Curry. He doesn't shoot at the level like Steph Curry, so it will not be as successful, not at all. So he has to cut that shit down some, and be more. I don't even know, man.
And even with Steph, like it's now noticeable that he's taking bad shots because he's actually bricking them and they're losing games. So
he has no help. Wiggins regress, Clay regress, Draymond can't stay on the court.
He has no help, so he starts chucking everything that he seems to be open because he's Steph Curry. He's made it before in his life.
I've never seen Steph take so many bad shots, man.
Bro, he is taking horrible shots.
You can't really use Steph Curry as an example.
No, we're talking about for this year, Damar. I'm
talking about shot selection.
Well, let me tell y'all something about Trey, man. Let me tell you something about Trey, right?
Go ahead.
In his game. Trey Young, like, because he's short and he really don't have a dribble package like a Kyrie to get past his guy, he has to shoot long threes. It helps keep the defense off of them and help keep them honest, right? So those shots, sometimes the only problem I have with those is I think he situational awareness. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes he take him at a wrong time that I don't think he should be taking it. But at the end of the day, so like a prime example yesterday. Last night, I don't feel he took bad shots last night. They just wasn't the shots he took last night was pretty much what he take usually. They just weren't going in, right? But sort of like how Isaiah Thomas said with the ball handling and assists, it's probably is the same way I look at shooting. So it's like Kobe, right? It's sometimes Kobe go out there. Kobe shooting, 7 for 25. But those shots they take, you expect a certain level of player to take those shots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not a Garrison Matthews. I don't expect Garrison Matthews to be shooting shit that Trey shoots.
Fadeaway threes in the corner.
Exactly. So when you see that shit, that's when we get mad. With a Trey, I expect him to shoot stuff like that because that's what elite players do.
Cut you off, Damar. That's the point I was trying to make. You can look around the league. Every star player takes crazy ass shots like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's how it is.
I would not say. I mean, again, around the league, there's some, but I mean, if you miss 3 of them shits and you off, you switch it up. You do a few things. You don't just keep doing the same shit, going 1 for 10 and all this great. We've seen Trey do some shit that you're like, I can't believe this guy just did this shit.
But you know what, Ruff? You know what? Was it the shot or was it when he took the shot?
It's the shot.
It's
For me, it's when he takes certain shots.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like when he'll come down and it's a close game, it's 4 minutes, and he pull that shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Now, if that's in the first quarter, I really don't care.
Yeah.
If that's the third quarter, I don't care.
In the fourth,
to me, with Trey, bad shots for me with Trey Young depends on the situation. Because he's proven he can make those shots. And I know why he has to shoot certain type of 3-point shooting shots. I know why. Because he's so short. So you use that to help create space. Because that defense got to come out there and meet him at that 3-point line. They can't sag behind the 3-point line. And if he stops shooting those threes, guess what? You will see his percentage of going to the hole decrease. Because the defense, whoever guarding him, they're gonna be behind the 3-point line waiting for him to come in the lane.
Right.
No,
so
I
but
agree.
it's
shot for
also
me,
think about. Go ahead.
It's the situation. Go ahead. My bad.
I was saying, thing about Trey Young is like he tries to if he's off, he tries to shoot himself back in the rhythm, and that also.
I mean, that's what they tell shooters. Shooters got to shoot, man.
Right.
But
shooters got to shoot.
That hurts. That I agree.
Not off dribble.
That's basketball. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep them honest. But there's also times where he just comes down. Again, if you're a player on the team, you're DeJounte, you're one of these other players on the team, and he's just coming down and he's complaining to the ref. He ain't, and let's not even start talking about him complaining and not getting back on D, shooting a bad shot from deep, and he's complaining, and it's what 4 5 on 4 because back there complaining. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about with Trey.
That's your coach.
Yeah.
Why your coach and see, I know Rashad be in every watch along. I know SS be in there. That's why I be complaining about Quinn when y'all hear me say he don't take up for the players. If he took up for his players, guess what? DeJounte don't run up on the referee after game 4.
Right.
And get suspended. Why? Because the coach, he will already know his coach got his back. His coach would have went over there. Did y'all see Taylor Jenkins last night?
Yeah, I'm about to say. Yep. He ran on the court and got
he ran on the court.
Defend
his player.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn.
And guess what his player did? You didn't see his player going back and forth with a ref, did you?
No. I saw Joe Mazzulla get taken OKC.
And that's what I'm saying.
For a bad call.
Snyder won't even say shit at a press conference to defend the players against these referees and these bogus ass calls we getting all the time that I be pointing out.
And the
mud, you don't say shit. And then you wonder, that's why Trey Young be getting all the texts.
Right.
Because he got to complain. Now, what Quinn need to do is tell Trey Young this. You need to learn how to finesse the refs.
Exactly.
You can't run up on a referee and think you finna, like you finna press a referee for a call. That's not how you work the refs. Because I understand stars, they talk to refs because they working the refs. But when you see them, it's usually friendly shit. They be knowing them refs. Hey man, y'all saw me get I was watching the Pacers last night when my guy was talking to it was a dude on the Pacers talking to the ref, right? He was laughing and smiling. He was like, "Hey, ref, come on, man, that was a foul." Trey Young be trying to press the ref like he on the street.
Hey, you sit courtside. I know you be hearing them. Hey, Trey talk shit, man.
Yeah,
big shit.
I hear it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how he's not thrown out of games. Man, it
comes to a point because they know we need him, and when you throw him out the game, you really hurting the fans because they know the fans came to see him play.
Man,
so that's why I need the coach to do that.
Man,
I need the coach to say, "Hey, man, I finesse the refs. I'll do the complaining.
Right.
I'll get the text. I'll get thrown out. You finesse them. You be nice, but still get your point across. And that's one of the things I don't like about Quinn, because obviously I don't know Coach Quinn, but I don't think he's one of those dudes that like confront. See, a nigga like me, I like confrontation. I'm here for the fuckery. I'm here for the. I tell people this too. So when they with me, they know what type of dude I am. I'm with all the fuckery. I'm with the bullshit. I'm with the dumb shit.
That's hilarious. I'm with it for when it's needed. I don't need to do
I'm
it
with
all the
it.
time.
I'm with it. I'm one of
If
the
it's
people.
needed, if it's called for,
I'm one of the people. I'll go to another level. I'll go to another level.
And
right?
that's what I was saying, Damon. Like, we all know the Hawks. We have known it been like one of the softest teams in the league, and we went to go get one of the softest, a finesse coach, and you had Udoka right there.
Look at your general manager, Rashad. What type
Let
of
me
trainer
tell you
was in
something.
the
I'm
league?
telling you, they didn't get Udoka because they already know Udoka doesn't take shit. Let me tell you something.
no,
Man.
because Trey's about to sit. I'm sorry.
Man,
Trey,
You know, Landry Fields. You know, Landry and Trey wanted Udoka, right?
Man, hey, I'm telling. It had to be the wrestlers. It had to be.
Korver, the one. Kyle Korver is the one who convinced the
Udoka
wrestlers.
don't take shit, man. You know, I'm down here in Houston, man. When they were
Uh-huh.
playing the Hawks, listen, when they were playing the Hawks, I mean, I'm gonna bring up two examples right here. When they were playing the Hawks, Dylan Brooks, like during the timeout, he was walking over there to the Hawks huddle talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people didn't notice Dylan Brooks didn't play for the whole third quarter. Udoka walked over there, grabbed his. He's like, "Sit your ass down, man."
Exactly. Ime don't play that bullshit,
He said,
man.
"Sit your ass down." And
I remember in Boston, he sat all the starters, and like I think it was going to the second half. They were playing some bullshit. He started to the bench. I'm like, damn.
Listen. When they were playing the Phoenix Suns, they were down by 12 going into the fourth, not starting the fourth. Fred VanVleet, all of them were throwing. Jalen Green was throwing up bullshit. He benched every single last one of them motherfuckers, and nobody played that entire game. But they had Aaron Holiday out there the whole game, bro.
He don't play, bro. He said, you gonna run the system I run, and if you don't,
and I'm gonna tell you something else. A lot of fans overhype Coach Quinn.
Oh yeah, they did.
And I think
it's because
I think overhyping Coach Quinn, what it did to me is, you know, I put expectations. I'm like, okay, well, everybody think this dude the best thing since sliced bread. He must know what the hell he doing.
I put all that on Donovan Mitchell.
I mean, when I look at his career, he ain't won shit. He ain't even to a conference finals.
I put all that on Donovan Mitchell, man. It was all Donovan Mitchell being better than the way he's supposed to be. And then Quinn just Quinn just all right, go ahead and put a system in place that Donovan like strived in. And then he was good, the rest of the team was good. Because it wasn't Quinn's system, it was Donovan making that team good. So
I mean, I think a lot of the fans need to dial some of that Quinn, some of that twerking they do for Quinn.
No,
they need to tone down some of that twerking. Because when you do all that twerking, now you put fans expect stuff from this guy. Because I didn't hear nobody talk about rebuilding no roster when he got here.
No, he had last year, the end of last year to make, you know, see what he had, this and that. And now look at us now. We worse than before, it seemed like. Yeah. And more talent. It's crazy.
Yep. But fellas, I'm about to get up out of here, gentlemen. Better go get my workout on before the gym closed. Salute to everybody for tapping in. SS, Ruff, and Rashad. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody who tapped in today, family. Everybody in the chat. Let me get my shout-outs going before we leave. Tap in with me, man, if you here. My boy, Catch Up. Rod, salute Xavier. My boy, Finisher. Blue Jacket in the building. Xavier in the building. Miguel in the building. Starks in the building as usual. Who else up in here? I hit Miguel.
Hey, shout out to everybody but Linda.
Oh, that's crazy.
My whole girl Linda in here for New Pat. Sierra in the building. Salute to my guy. Salute to Ezra. Salute to Frank. What's good, family? Frank said we gotta learn ball. Salute to my boy Lord of Fam up in the buildings. My guy Sports and Society up in the buildings. We about to be up out of here, gang. Hit that like button on your way out of here. If you didn't hit it on your way in here, we appreciate the support. I'm going to hit the gym. And then
Appreciate
I'll be
you for
in the
having me on, man.
garage. Y'all
Yeah,
take it easy. Mess around. I
Sure.
might do a show tonight from the garage, just kick it and shit. Talk some shit. I don't know. But y'all stay up. Salute. I appreciate y'all. Don't be a stranger. Don't be scared to come on the panel and voice your thoughts. That's what the channel for fans to come up here and speak their mind. It's your dog. We up out of here. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Oh, we be back here tomorrow. We got a game tomorrow. Yeah, we play tomorrow. Oh shit.
I'm about
We
to
play
go
the
watch
Sixers
the.
tomorrow.
Oh
We
damn!
playing the Sixers.
Damn.
No, we play Orlando.
Oh, we play.
Oh yeah,
Shit,
the
that's
Magic.
still the
Magic.
same. Shit, that's still a problem.
We just got the Knicks just blew them out, so they're gonna blow us out probably.
No, the Knicks are. Oh, never mind. Sorry, you said never mind.
All right, gang. I appreciate the support, man. We got the Magic tomorrow, man. We'll be here for the watch along. We'll be here for the post game live show. Y'all know how we get down, and we up out of here, man. Peace.
So.
Hopefully both know the days come around is when I feel like I'm safe and sound. Why does it have to be that way? Every single day I feel this way.